Next thing we'll be doing is we'll be going over here and talking to these two ladies. What's your problem? How dare you try to eavesdrop? What's your business? Mind your business, rather. Honestly, young people these days, what kind of scamp just eavesdrops like it's no big deal? How rude. Do you see anything nicer if you talk first? Hey, Captain Snoop, you want to get out of my personal space or what? Ever heard of the concept of a private conversation? I'm trying to have decent gossip here, and I don't need you. Now go away. Wow. They're not very nice at all. Well, you seem like a perfect test subject for my remote bomb plus. If you're curious about what they're saying, then what you can do is you can go over here, sneak up on them, and eavesdrop. Oh, and that reminds me, my little one was gabbing about something interesting the other day. Apparently a young girl was seen going in and out of the Tahno Ancient Tech Lab. Oh, weird. Think they adopted or something? But the director just doesn't seem the adopting type, you know. I just have to wonder if the girl is... Actually... No, that can't be. It seems like some people are getting suspicious of the director. Have we talked to you yet? Morning! What great weather! The East Wind General Store is open, and it's just as lively inside there as it is out here. Go take a look! Thanks to Animal Crossing, I can't think of a character sweeping without thinking of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing lately. What a nice breeze. It doesn't carry that tang of salt on it, though. What do you mean? Oops, I forgot we just met. I was reminiscing about my hometown of Lurline Village by the sea. The view and the air are different here in Tahno Village, but this is where my wonderful husband calls home. I count myself lucky to be able to live and work alongside such a wonderful, loving man. Lurline Village. It's a small fishing community far to the south. I lived there before I moved here with my new husband. We had to cross the bridge of Hylia to get here. Weighted down with everything I couldn't bear to leave behind. Thinking back on it, it's a wonder either of us survived the trip. Lurline Village is the one village that the one guy at the inn neglected to talk about. And it seems like the one place barely anybody knows even exists in Breath of the Wild. She's basically one of the very few characters who even mentions it outside of the actual village itself. What do you say, buddy? Hello. Hello. Alright, fine, I didn't want to talk to you anyway. And who is texting me while making videos? Hooray for editing. Hey, you! What do you want? Oh, don't act so clueless. Although, fine. You seem harmless enough. Forgive me. I've just been on edge with all these monsters running around. They come up from Tahno Beach to steal my sheep. If someone doesn't do something, I won't have any left. I hate that gang of monsters on Tahno Beach. Which monsters? The stupid ones who attacked anything that moves. Last time they showed up, I gave them a taste of my pitchfork. But I had second thoughts about following them back to their camp on Tahno Beach. I was mad enough to spit, but maybe not enough to take on 7 monsters at once. It's southeast of the village. Follow the winding road and you'll be there before you know it. It's well known enough that you can probably find it on the map, come to that. Goodbye. I'm sorry if we got off on the wrong foot. That's all. Okay, is she holding like a... What's she holding? She's holding a tree branch. You have my respect if you want to go out and fight monsters with the tree branch. That takes skill and courage and awesomeness. So we can go over here and set this as our destination. And now that we've done that, the location we want to go to is now marked on the map. So it's going to be pretty useful. And I'm getting a really big sense of deja vu right now. Okay, so I don't know if anybody else has this, but sometimes I have dreams of things that I know I will do someday, and it's kind of like a small mini premonition, and A few months ago, I had a dream where that exact thing happened, where I was explaining the side quest right there at that exact spot. I can see the future! But this is the direction that that lady was talking about. So we can fly down here. Now, we could be boring and take the path and walk all the way, but that's lame. Who needs walking when you can fly? We're flying, we're flying, we're flying high in the sky. We can go down here and... Ah! Sneak attack! Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Battle tip. It's dangerous to approach enemies head on. I didn't even fight any enemies. I just died because I'm stupid. Alright, game. I learned my lesson. I'll be patient. I'll do it the long way. I won't fly down there. I'll go down here with my pony, and I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Are you happy, game? In all seriousness, I want to go here so that I can have time to talk about a couple things. So first off, you may notice that when we go fight some enemies, the amount of arrows we have is going to be a little bit different. The reason for that is because I went into the Tahno item shop and went ahead and bought some arrows. I had to sell a couple of gemstones to be able to afford this, but we can find those easily, so it's not too much to worry about. There is another type of arrow in that store that we have not seen yet. It's a bomb arrow. Basically, they work pretty much how they did in Link's Awakening when you had a bomb arrow in that game. They're arrows that blow up. Go figure. So that's something that's pretty fun. We don't entirely need those right now. That's the reason why I didn't go get them, and the fact that they are really, really expensive. So we'll wait on those for a little while longer. One other thing that I will say about this game is that I really do love the flying. A big reason why I have some problems with open world games with giant mountains like this is that it is really fun to climb the mountains, but also it kind of takes forever to get back down. So this is one thing that I really love about Breath of the Wild that I think fixes a problem that I have with games like Xenoblade Chronicles X or Skyrim, where, again, it's fun to climb the mountains, but it's kind of tedious to climb back down. So we'll continue on over here, and we have to be quiet, because there are some bad guys around. Everybody act natural. Be super quiet. Stop jumping so I can shake your head. Nah, that wasn't good enough. Okay, they spotted us. That's not good. Alright, come on, and... Okay, you're almost dead. Oh no, this is not a good situation. This is not a good situation at all. There are a lot of enemies, and one thing that you definitely want to avoid when playing Breath of the Wild is you definitely don't want to get surrounded. Getting surrounded is the worst thing you could do in a combat situation. So I'm going to take my time on this. And it's probably not going to be good for commentary, so I don't know what I'm going to do for this, to be completely honest. I'll probably speed this up or something like that. I don't know. That was painful. That really hurt my feelings. Why would you do that? So I believe that Bogoblin is one tier stronger than the blue ones we fought. So far we've seen red and blue enemies. One thing you will remember when fighting enemies in this game is that their strength can be easily spotted by their colors. So weak enemies are red, slightly stronger is blue. I believe brown ones are stronger than blue. I won't say the other colors because we haven't seen them yet, but that's basically how that works. Oh, come on! I was in the grass. Okay, looks like they didn't see us. That's good. So, it's going to be very, very dangerous to fight them head-on. So, let's try to sneak around and try and see if there's a better way we can fight these enemies. We have a Lizal spear right there. That's interesting. We got an arrow. Something worth mentioning about the early days of Breath of the Wild was that there was this one thing that people exploited where they'd have enemies infinitely firing arrows at them because you can get arrows very easily that way. They eventually patched this out, unfortunately, so you can't do that anymore, but who knows, if you somehow have a copy of this game that has never been patched, then we can probably still do that. So that's pretty fun. Dang it! Dang it! We were so close. We could have done it. One good tip that I can give you is if you can't quite tell how many enemies are in the area, you can use a Stasis Plus. I don't remember if this actually works with regular Stasis, but it should work with Stasis Plus, and you'll be able to see just how many enemies are in the area. You can think of this as something along the lines of the Batman Arkham Asylum games, how we can go into Bat mode or something like that, or Detective mode rather. Bat mode. You can go Detective mode and see the enemies wandering around there. I'm very glad that I didn't get bomb arrows for this, because bomb arrows and fire arrows, neither of them work in the rain. So I'm really glad I didn't waste like hundreds of rupees to get bomb arrows when they wouldn't be useful in this area. Are you kidding me, son? As long as we don't wake them up, we should be fine. Even if we accidentally wake up this guy, I believe we have enough distance between us and the other Bokoblin to make it so we don't actually do anything stupid. So I haven't demonstrated this before, but if you sneak up on an enemy while they're sleeping, you gotta be very careful doing this. I just love the little snoring bubbles. It's so cute. Those bubbles are really well made. Bubbles are really hard to make. So I really do applaud that. Anyway, sneak attack. And it was defeated in one attack. Not too bad. Hopefully we'll have some other luck with the other bad guy. We probably honestly should have waited until it was nighttime before actually doing this. But hindsight is 2020. I'm saying that a lot in videos. I gotta come up with a new thing. Okay. Okay, we should be fine. We should be fine. Ice arrow, let's stop moving. Die. Stop it! They move so fast, I can never react when they get back up. Okay, you're gonna do that. Also, I apologize if you hear random squeaking. My Joy-Con grip is starting to randomly squeak if I push too hard on the controller. It's a little concerning. Hopefully it's not too much of a problem. Come on, come on, come on! Did we do it? Did we do it? Yes! We did it! We did it! We defeated the bad guys. We're the true hero of the people of the Tahno village. And all that for Rupee. I like that show. It's pretty fun. Word of advice right now, if you're shrine hunting this early on in the game, don't go to that island over there with the shiny thingy. Maybe that one if you're feeling adventurous, but that one over there, just know, wait on that one until you have good stuff. We barely survived our encounter with some black bokoblins, so I really don't have confidence in my ability to take care of that shrine over there. If you're feeling courageous, go for it. Nothing stopping you from going over there. Finishing it, however, that's a different story. The sheep have calmed down. I think they get that they're not about to be snatched at any moment. Hey, sorry if I'm off the mark, I'm asking this, but are you the one who took care of the monsters? That's right. I had a feeling. When the sheep all calmed down, I thought, maybe he did it. So it seems I owe you some thanks. This isn't much of a reward, but hey, it's light. That counts for something. And we get 10 things of fresh milk. This fresh milk comes from Tahno cows and white goats kept from in the village. It's delicious on its own, but can also be used as an ingredient in soups and stews. It'd be nice to have a night's sleep without worrying about my flock. And, if you want, you could talk to me anytime. Or not. Hey, I'm not gonna say no. The sheep have been eating and sleeping better. They're eating more milk, too. You've single-handedly saved my flock. Yay, we're the true heroes of the Tahno people. And these cows are adorable. Who's a cute little cow? Who's a cute little cow? Do you want to be my dinner? This puppy just looks so happy. Okay, so one thing that's really cute is that if you have a dog nearby, you can actually drop some food next to them and they'll eat it. It's really, really adorable. So, okay, confessing, I don't really like dogs that much in real life. Let's just say that when I was a kid, I got chased by dogs, and it wasn't that pleasant of experience, and I kind of don't really like dogs that much anymore. But dogs like this, they're just so cute. They're all fluffy and happy and adorable. There's one more thing they can do in this area in Tahno Village, and honestly not a big fan of it, but we'll do it anyway because this is 100% Let's Play. Hey, come to visit? Will you hunt some deer for me? Okay, I should explain. So, there is this batch of dialogue that this guy will say the first time you speak to him. I was just talking to him and kind of matching through the buttons to see if the characters around here had anything interesting to say, and I completely forgot this minigame existed. Thank you, can you go right now? What a trooper, I'm counting on you. So, our name is Steve? About that deer hunting. No time like the present, right? Go get started and I'll call you when your minute is up. I don't like this minigame. Personally, I'm not that big into hunting or anything like that, so I'm not that overly fond of this minigame. But one thing I'll say in general about Breath of the Wild is that the minigames in this game are definitely a low point in Breath of the Wild. So the thing about this game is that with most Zelda games, the point of getting a minigame is usually to get a heart container. Wow, that deer is really climbing. The point of a minigame was to get a heart container, but as you may or may not know, heart containers no longer exist in this game. You only get them from increasing your spirit orb count by completing shrines and things like that. So, yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of the minigames in this game because most of the rewards that you get nowadays are mostly just rubies. I'll have a thing in the description below that'll tell you all the rewards that you can get from minigames when we finish them. I believe the best reward you can get from this minigame is a purple ruby, which you get from defeating 10 deers. Is the plural of a deer or deers? I can never remember that one. But yeah, it looks like, according to my notes, You get no rewards if you didn't defeat any deer. A green rupee if you got 1 to 3. Blue rupee from 4 to 6. Red rupee from 7 to 9. Or a purple rupee if you defeat 10 of them. Not really all that worth it because you go through arrows really quickly in this. And by the time you do get that, then yeah, you probably would have wasted a lot of money buying arrows because he doesn't give you any in preparation for that. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of how they handle minigames in this game. I wish they gave you a better reward, but it's mostly just going to be rubies. You'll probably find that one minigame that you're really good at and you can easily grind on rubies, but at the same time, you might as well sell things to shops because you're definitely going to get better rubies that way in less time. Next up, I'm sorry this has been bothering you as much as it's been bothering me, but this guy has a side quest as well. Let's talk to him. Checking everybody out today too. The checking just never stops. Ever stayed at Tahno Inn? Yep. Makes no difference to me, but I'm supposed to check out everyone who comes into town. Sounds weird. Your job is weird. Whatever it is you do. I know things have been peaceful recently, but the outside world is still pretty dangerous, yeah. So I gotta check and make sure if any beauties, or, I mean, suspicious folks have come around here. Beauties? If you're lucky enough to stay at the Tahno Inn, you'll see what I mean. Say hello to Prima for me if you do. Not that she even knows who I am. This is tough. I have to give her something. What kind of gift do you think a Prima of the Tahno Inn would want? Just take a guess. It's not for me, you understand. It's for my buddy's friend. Uh-huh, sure. Oh, a gift for my beloved. It sounds like the name of a Xenoblade side quest. Or Kingdom Hearts side quest, one of those two. It's something related to Xenoblade or Kingdom Hearts. Let's go over here and talk to this lady. How you doing? Good morning. Welcome to Tahno Inn. A regular bait is 20 rupees, or if you're looking for something that we explained earlier in the episode, then yay. Wait, what? Sir, do you need something from me? This place is great. Aw, thank you for being so kind. If you would like a room, we can work that out. If you could just step down the other side of the counter. Why is he asking? Oh, whatever, I'll just say something random. I'll tell you something I really like. Crickets! It's my dream to have my very own collection of 100 Restless Crickets. Chef. That sounds believable. Yeah? What is it? I talked to Prima. What? Prima told you what she wants? Prima never even talks to me. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. So then, what is it? Prima wants Restless Crickets and 100 of them? What a small world. I love Restless Crickets. I'm a connoisseur of them. I think that's what that word means. But catching 100 of them is going to be tough. Think you could help me get started on those? How about you get me 10 of them? I'll get you something nice for your trouble. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. So, I'm going to do this off screen, but I will give you some advice. So, the sensor plus stasis that we got from the Slate for Upgrade side quest, it can be helpful for this, but getting an actual picture of the Restless Crickets will be tough on its own. You can buy one from the Tahno Tech Lab if you want, and you can use that to track them down. But the best locations that you can look for them would be the East Necluda region, which is basically anything over here. You can also look around Hyrule Field or Olville Plain. Those are the best places to look for Restless Crickets. But like I said, I'll be doing this off screen, and I'll be showing footage of completing the side quests in the moment. There'll be a moment for you, but it'll be like, what? A little while for me. You're a traveler, aren't you? Then listen up! What is it? You see those 3 trees on top of the snowy mountain there? I found a small letter stuck between the pages of this book at my house. It said, when the 3 summit trees become one, turn your back to them and head toward the sea. A trial encased in stone awaits you there. I don't know what that means. But maybe it means, yeah, we have to head to the coast, which is just east of those 3 trees on the mountain. For the trial encased in stone bit, I wonder if you get some kind of treasure for doing that. But I have a child. I can't just go off on a journey across the mountains. But you can do that, right? You'd be great at that. Go on, head out there and bring us back the treasure. Yay, we get to be treasure trackers and to shrine quest. Now it's shrine time. So the lady said to find the place where these 3 trees become one, and then we'll continue on from there. So basically what we want to do is that, or at least what I want to do right here, is if we can go over here, there's a rope right there we can destroy. That was mocking me and it didn't come to my birthday party and it hurt my feelings. We can sail across here, or we could just, you know, walk around, but I feel like sailing because I want to be on a boat. Boats, boats, boats! Boats! Alright. Okay, there is one technique with the boat that can make it go a lot faster, but unfortunately we don't have access to the thing that's required for it. And I was just doing that before recording this recording session, and it's kind of making me go a little twitchy looking how slow the regular sailing is without that super amazing, awesome, epic technique. We go across this area, and we may want to use a warm doublet, although that's not going to be enough, because this is a really, really cold mountain, we'll just say that. Keep an eye out on where these 3 trees are lined up, and try to find your way from there. One thing of advice I can recommend if you're trying to sell things is that if you're trying to sell clothing, then one thing I can definitely recommend is get rid of clothing like a warm doublet that will give you warmth and things like that, because to be completely honest, of all the environmental hazards in this game, coldness is probably one of the more situational ones. It may seem a little weird, to be completely honest, but you have a lot more options on warming up, such as having a torch nearby or something like that. If you have a flame blade equipped, you don't even need to have it out. You can just have it equipped and that'll keep you warm. Now there are some really cold areas in this game, and sometimes maybe that won't even be enough. But personally speaking, warm doublet is probably one of the clothing items in this game that becomes less important as the game goes on. So we'll continue looking on over here, and it looks like the 3 trees are slowly becoming one. I'm really glad that the weather's cleared up right now so I can demonstrate this, because it's actually my second take trying to do this quest, because it was all foggy a moment ago and it was really hard to see anything. But the 3 trees have now become one. And if we look at the adventure log, it will say, when the 3 summit trees become one, turn your back to them and head toward the sea. A trail encased in stone awaits you there. So let's go look for it. We can head down here. And also, you want to keep this mountain in mind for a little bit later. I won't dare spoil anything right now, but trust me, it's one of the coolest parts of the game. No pun intended. Just looking at this mountain is just so cool. One thing that's worth mentioning about the development of this game is that Breath of the Wild's landscapes were mostly developed by Monolith Soft, who you may recognize as the key developers behind the Xenoblade Chronicles series. They've also helped assist with games like Skyward Sword or Animal Crossing or things like that. But I believe most of the landscapes were done by Monolith Soft, or at least they helped Nintendo with them. And you can definitely see that. You can definitely see the Xenoblade when you go exploring these places. But now we've completed the shrine quest. All there is left to do is take care of the shrine itself. no, this puzzle's gonna be terrible. How are we ever gonna solve this? Climbing boots, oh yeah. I don't like the coloring, but luckily there's a store we can change the coloring with. And this is one of those items where we're stuck with that color forever. But we did it. You have done well to arrive at the shrine. Skip! Well, I guess that dialogue was a little bit different, where the guy was talking about how a true hero rights the wrongs of Hyrule or whatever. May the goddess smile upon you. Now that we've taken care of all that, we could walk all the way back over towards Tahno village, but I don't feel like doing that. I feel like being lazy, so let's skip travel. Whee! One thing I'm curious about with skip travel in this game is how that works within the physics of this world, because I know in Star Trek, when something happens like the characters are getting beamed up onto the starship, they technically die because every atom in their body is dissolved, and then they get put back together piece by piece when they get beamed up onto the actual starship itself. I wonder if there's anything like that in this game, because technically speaking, Link dies every single time we teleport, if you really think about it. Yay, I'm a Star Trek nerd! But anyway, now we've taken care of all that. Hopefully the lady that we're looking for will be over there. Yes, she is. Let's go talk to her. Good day. Beyond the 3 tree summits, did you ever make it to the Aphromesia Coast? Aphromesia, that's hard to say. Eh? What's wrong? Why the long face? A shrine? That's it? No treasure? Well, thanks for looking into it. I guess I'm kind of relieved, but I was really hoping there'd be some treasure. That's a bit of a letdown, but what's not a letdown is the fact that after all of that, we are finally going to end this video off here. So thank y'all so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The options on where to go next. You can go into the next video on the playlist where we'll take care of one last side quest in Tahno Village. It's a very, very big one, so that's the reason why it's going to be given its own dedicated video. The alternative option is to continue on with the story and go search for Rupee. You can also look for Korok seeds within the Tahno region as well, or you can go straight for Ganon. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Happy Lady Gear to you, and where would you like to go to next?